better go through Flickr next and then go to the resolution. I guess the other comment that I have is how will the low frequency vibrations, how will we address those?
Well, there aren't right now any specific regulations regarding low frequency noise. However, there are regulations concerning that is vibration cannot be humanly perceptible. So to the extent low frequency noise causes vibration, then you could take the position that it's already addressed. I'm not so sure that it is. That's one area that we might add some additional language, and we just need to sort of parse that out in terms of low frequency noise. Vibrations themselves are not permitted. So to the extent low frequency noise causes vibration, it would not be allowed.
But there may,
But noise is vibration.
Yeah, that's right, especially low frequency. Yeah.
And I know some of the presenters that presented during the time, some of the things at the school, even the main presenter there did not define a separate, didn't address the DVCs versus DVAs. Most of his presentation was geared toward, regulating DVAs. And part of that goes through is because we do hear the A's, in the sense that if you control where the A's fall, the level of the rest of the range is proportional. That's my, and I know there were some questions that someone had out there.
Somebody's been paying attention.
I heard it before somewhere.
Well, look, to the extent that you consider low frequency noise to be, the problem really with it is, as I understand it, is the vibration that you get from it.
Right, see, yeah, because you can't audible hear it.
Under 20 hertz.
Right, and it's, I compare, you pull next to the guy who's sitting in space loud in the car next to you. You don't necessarily hear it, but you feel it. You sit there in your chest and feel the vibration of that sound, unsound that's happening.
One of the things, though, we've kind of put the setbacks far enough to eliminate a lot of the noise and the low frequency noises too.
Not on the low frequency.
Well, it doesn't, and I mean, there is, low frequency does travel better than the higher frequencies, but the lower frequency, you're right, there's this distance helps. But in the one sense, the noise, there's a relationship, obviously, the further apart you get from the structure, the less your noise is going to be. So we are addressing that in one sense, but noise gives you a measurement after the fact. Because even though you have the towers, if the towers run into ill maintenance, you may generate more noise later down the road than you would originally established. So I think noise is good, having regulation. Noise regulation is good.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, I agree, but in terms of the low frequency, are you satisfied that that's covered under no vibrations? Subsection K says a utility scale. This is page 18. Subsection K says a utility scale west or WAGF shall not produce vibrations humanly perceptible upon a non-participating parcel. So if you're satisfied with that, I'm satisfied with that. Because I think that low frequency noise is going to manifest itself in terms of vibration.
According to their
It'd be pretty easy, wouldn't it? Can you perceive it or not? No, you might get somebody out there. Like, you might get some. Yeah, I hear it. No, I don't hear it. vibrations that you would perceive. Yeah, I mean, you know. Right.
Here, the acoustic engineer they had here, this is his own rate. A resident living 1.5 kilometers from the wind park describes the sound as an endless train. Peter Goldberg, that's the guy they hired to come in and talk about it.
Well, he's describing what somebody else told me. Now,
Describe something that he didn't tell.
true or not, doesn't make a difference. If they had the same situation here, it would be humanly perceptible and therefore prohibited.
Would they be covered with the way the ordinance is written? An acoustic engineer that could measure that?
In terms of low frequency?
Well, yes. By definition, during the complaint resolution,
Right, as opposed to some scientific or instrument measure. I don't know. I certainly had some additional, my goal here was to try and keep it simple.
right,
Low frequency noise translates to vibration. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? In terms of a vibration, if you can, it's prohibited.
and leave it as such.
You know, I suppose that there are sound engineers who would describe it differently.
There was a regulation, an IEC something or other that they told us that eventually, call that, the number, but they quoted the section, but I don't recall them, anyone ever telling me what the section said in relationship to what it's trying to enforce. No, that was the section quoted. But the issue I see, the problem I really have with the low frequency is that some of the data that's been recorded is that low frequency was really what drives some of the health issues. Because it's not that you hear it, but you potentially feel it, and you potentially in the middle of the night create arousal, but not necessarily awaken. Like, I know it's a determination. It needs consciousness. You have to be conscious of the noise for, I guess, close to 30 seconds before you really technically awake. So you can potentially be aroused from your sleep without being awake. And that's the issue. And because of that, that's why people don't know that they are potentially being awakened or slightly therefrom if they don't awake. And that's the issue with low frequency. But they've also, in the same article, they addressed was that those people that have an interest in the turbines are not, or a noise, be it an example, they didn't address turbines specifically, are not necessarily awakened as more so those people who have an issue with it. An example that I can relate to, that I related to, is that for those who had children in teenage ages, every time they came home at night, I heard them enter. Now that they're in their later 20s, I'm not that I don't care, but I'm not nearly as concerned about what time they come home at night, and I no longer hear it. They make the same noise every time, whether it's the same noise they did when they were teens. They probably make less noise or more noise at that time, but less noise when they're teens, but I heard it because I had an interest in hearing it. And that's what that particular writer addressed. If you have an interest in hearing that noise, chances are you're gonna have a problem with it. So that's my issue with, and I think I feel comfortable with the 48.
So, does your motion then include this section on maximum vibrations in terms of?
No, I didn't, I thought, you know,
Okay.
if they're talking about low frequency noises, maybe at that point we'll have to put in some perks or something, you know, so
Okay.
they have something that will be qualified.
Okay, so the motion,
Qualifier.
just relates to the,
To the audible.
to the audible
One and two,
noise,
yes,
okay?
correct.
And then, I will look for additional language on the
Low.
low frequency and vibration,
So it's
subparagraph.
measurable.
Okay.
Is there any further discussion on this motion? If now we'll proceed to vote.
Mr. Russo?
Yes.
Mr. Gillen, yes. Mr. Castle?
Yes.
Mr. Bowman?
Yes.
Mr. Card?
Yes.
We have one unanimous.
You'll make note of that.
Yep.
Yes, I will.
Go back into the. Leads us into flicker. And the developers would like to see a limit of 30 hours per year. The state guidelines, I couldn't find anything on that, even in the citing that we had, that they talked about it. And our draft ordinance is written 0 hours per year and install preventative software at each parcel.